MrBeast has been dominating YouTube and recently hit 100 million subscribers, which is crazy because only 4 of our channels have reached this milestone.
When you hit 10 million subscribers, YouTube gives you a diamond play button, and when you hit 100 million subscribers, YouTube gives you a red diamond play button.
And currently I have the cardboard play button.
But personally, I think these look pretty lame.
So today I'm gonna build MrBeast a custom play button.
And MrBeast being one of the biggest inspirations on YouTube, not only for myself, but all across the entire platform.
I think it's only fair MrBeast gets something in return for all the millions of dollars he's given away. And not your boring old play button out of plywood and tape. Instead, I have a better idea.
Now, we've seen how much MrBeast likes spending money.
Like what? He's literally given $500,000 away to a single stranger, bought a private island, gave some random dude 40 cars, and even bought everything in 5 different stores?
What? Is this man even real?
Which, MrBeast, if you're still at the store, I'll take a bag of Doritos and maybe a Coke while you're at it. So I know he wanted to implement money into the play button, as well as one of his recently launched products, chocolate. Which they're actually eating right now.
But how would I fuse the two together? Both chocolate, money, and the power of YouTube.
I got it.
Here's the plan. We're gonna make a giant clear frame with MrBeast colors, fill with melted chocolate, decorate the frame, and pray nothing went wrong.
Oh my god.
I went to Home Depot and spent an irresponsible amount of money on supplies. I decided I was gonna use large plastic sheets to make the chocolate inside the play button visible. I cut the wood for the frame.
But this wood is looking a bit lame to give to MrBeast, so let's hydro dip it.
And if there's one thing for sure, I've never hydro dipped in my life, so this could go terribly wrong.
I have no idea how to do this. I hope this looks good. Oh my god. Please look good. This is for MrBeast. Oh my god, this looks insane. MrBeast will love this.
I continued to stressfully hydro dip the 3 remaining boards to the frame. Next, building the frame of the play button, which I'd later fill with chocolate.
This looks sick.
After building the frame, next I'd build the glass frame for the play button, which
I knew putting on the plexiglass would come as a challenge, as it kept crafting on the prototype. Plus, I was already down $300, which better not go wrong.
I started dramatically drilling in the sheets of plastic onto the frame, praying to the heavens that they wouldn't break. And if you know anything about glass, it is very fragile. Sort of like my sanity.
Oh my god. Oh.
And just like that, I was out another $70. I could barely get a screw through the glass without it breaking. But
Luckily, that was just the prototype.
on the real one, fortunately enough, I was able to get the rest of the glass screwed in onto the real play button without the glass breaking. Unlike my snap streak with your mouth. Okay, I'll stop.
With the frame now finished, all we had left to do now is construct the center YouTube logo for the play button, then fill with a sickening amount of, chocolate.
I started carefully cutting out the wood for the center of the play button, which, like everything in this project, had my adrenaline peaking. Yeah, I screwed up following the stencil on the frame, meaning I had to buy a new piece of wood, which I completely broke when I threw it down the stairs.
No, it broke.
Then again, I recut out the stencil wood of the center of the play button, only successfully this time. I chiseled out the middle of the wood to give the YouTube logo the diamond shape that always precedes some death, just so I could get past the first step of building the centerpiece of the play button.
Now that I just avoided an anxiety-induced heart attack, it's time we hydro dip the play button and put the stickers on the frame.
I hydro dipped the center of the play button in gold and silver, then added the custom MrBeast stickers I got printed, taking the play button up to a whole new level.
This looks so cool! MrBeast will love this. I filled the frame of the play button with water to simulate the MrBeast chocolate I would later melt and fill the frame with.
So far, so good. So far, it's not leaking.
But that's when things went terribly wrong. The plexiglass started bending outwards, making me beyond nervous that it would start leaking, or even worse, break. The more I filled it with water, the more tense I became.
And just to think I'd later fill the play button with chocolate, who knows what could really happen. Because chocolate is heavy, and I mean really heavy.
In fact, 1 pound of chocolate weighs roughly the same weight as 3 overfed dogs. Or I mean 1. But still! MrBeast would love it. All there was left to do now is fill the play button with chocolate, which I had no idea if was even possible. Then finally give the play button to MrBeast. Oop, wrong photo, the other MrBeast. Oh, he doesn't even have his own merch on.
Each MrBeast bar is $3, and we need 1,032 of them, which means it would cost $3,096. There's no way I can afford this.
I racked my brain for a solution. I was gridlocked, and there was no way I could spend $3,000 on chocolate.
I guess buying this chocolate's the only way to do it, so here goes nothing.
Hang on 1 second, phone's ringing.
Dude, right now it's not a good time.
Well, if it isn't Owen.
Yo, Vinton, I was just looking at your channel bio, and it says if I subscribe, I get $69. But has anyone ever actually received that $69?
Yeah, I actually just sent your $69 right now.
That was a total lie. And if we're being honest, my drawings of the overfed dogs, those were actually cats. But all the thousands of times I'd promised $69, never once had I given it away.
Has anyone ever actually received that $69?
I had an even bigger problem. I had to buy $3,000 of chocolate and now also give a stranger $69 to fulfill my side of the promise. I went to Target to find a stranger to spend $69.
Here's the gift card.
Spend it on whatever I want?
Yes, $70. Go.
In 1 minute, I had no idea what Dan would buy with his $69. And we're just gonna call him Dan because I actually forgot to ask him his name. And because he looks hot and can probably cook as well. No homo. But to be honest, watching Dan spend my money, I was getting pretty hungry for some keyboards.
Buy one, get one free. I could use them out. Yeah. I think I'm gonna get this red one.
Dan was running out of time, and I wasn't sure what he'd buy with the money remaining.
So far, he's got a keyboard and a mouse.
But what I did know, or besides Dan was hot and could cook, obviously, was I was still dreading buying the chocolate.
$50.
Thank you.
Thanks, man.
Finally, my promise to Owen and the world was complete, and when I left the store, my drive to complete this play button was restored in order to complete something worthy of a YouTube legend. I purchased 18 bags of chocolates to fill the play button and fired up multiple burners to melt the chocolate, which is going to be a heck of hard to melt as chocolate is a very dense material.
Dude, if we melt it like this is literally gonna take all day. Instead, I have a better idea. I'm gonna fill it with chocolate chips and then let it melt in the sun. 1 bag down, 17 to go.
I tensely filled the play button with 105 pounds of chocolate, praying to the dogs, I mean gods, that the glass wouldn't break. Minute by minute, slowly the play button filled up, with me emptying countless amounts of chocolate chips into the play button. Then just 4 hours later, finally after weeks of work, the play button was complete, and to be honest, it does look pretty sick. All there was left to do now is give the play button to MrBeast. But how would I get the play button to MrBeast?
I mean, his channel's literally 67 times the size of mine. I think you mean 670 times the size? Well, whatever, it's still a lot.
Regardless, I felt out of luck. Were all these weeks of stressful, hard work really for nothing? But then it occurred to me, I live 2 hours from MrBeast's hometown.
We're going to Greenville, boys!
So on a mission to deliver this masterpiece to MrBeast, so I drove the speed limit all the way to Greenville to try to find MrBeast. I mean, surely could find the one and only MrBeast out of the 92,826 people who live there.
Alright, so I just arrived at this random park in Greenville, which according to the internet is where MrBeast lives. So my plan to get Jimmy's attention is if I put up enough of these posters with my phone number on it, eventually he'll see one and call my phone number. And yes, my odds of this poster working are probably lower than seeing a grizzly bear in this public, but wait, is that, no, that's a dog. False.
I started putting up flyers on literally everything in my sight. Trees, lampposts, electrical crates, dumpsters, walls, and yes, even that trash can.
Dude, I brought this megaphone to try to get people's attention, but somehow I forgot batteries.
All in hopes MrBeast would be walking around Greenville, seeing just one of my posters, calling me so I could give him the play button.
Okay, a random phone number is calling. I hope it is MrBeast.
Hi.
Hi.
There's a MrBeast call this number in the park.
Oh, yeah. That definitely did not work. I might have to rethink my strategy. Why did I think putting up posters in a park would be effective? Whose idea was that? Dude, there's literally an ant on my leg. There's an ant.
I continued to get calls from what felt like every citizen in Greenville. Maybe, just maybe one of them was MrBeast.
Hey, saw the MrBeast flyer. This legit? Yes, this 100% legit. Frog emoji. I just sent that.
But unfortunately, out of every person that called me, none of them were MrBeast.
Dude, someone even FaceTime me. I'm gonna call him back.
But honestly, I hope he doesn't want it, because I want it. I knew my plan had backfired, and my odds of getting this play button to MrBeast were narrowing by the second, leaving me with one last trick up my sleeve.
Tweet at him on Twitter, and I'll update you if he ever responds.